Unlucky the side hole, boys.
Right, we've just seen the end of the tournament here, and we've got the man that's going to present the trophies, and it's a big Partick Thistle legend, and it's Grant Tierney. Grant, welcome.
Hi, how you doing?
Right, Grant, you're here today, part of the Jags Trust, to present the trophies and involved with the young teams around this area. It's a big thing for Thistle. Is this the way forward?
Well, I think you've got to get involved with youngsters. It's the way forward for Scottish football. Obviously, we don't have the money that the English clubs have, and the only way we can bring kids through is to bring them into the senior clubs this way. At the same time, you're obviously gelling kids together as a team, bringing them together, keeping them off the street and possibly keeping them away from trouble.
Thistle are really struggling for money. We always have done. This is the way forward. There are a lot of Asian players here today. Got to be talent out there.
There's got to be. I just think if you look at the talents available throughout Scotland, kids will always come off the street. That was how Scottish teams got their players before. You know, I was brought up in Ash Parks and everything. There's people out there still playing football, even though we're in another society where they've got computers and Xboxes. Kids of all nations are playing football, and there are people out there for clubs to go and get.
Talk about football, you still kicking the ball yourself?
I play fives now and again, but I've got two sons who are involved at the weekend, one at under 10, one at under 16, so I go and watch them regularly, give them a bit of personal coaching, and obviously just try and teach them the basics of the game and what they should be looking for to do better.
Do you rate the standard of Scottish football you know with the kids?
I think it's improved. I do. I think the coaches that we have in the last, I would say, 5 years have improved. You only need to look at the setup through at Falkirk where I live just now. John Hughes has got a terrific setup with the kids, right through from about under 7s right through, and he's probably got about 5 kids who have come through that Falkirk Academy. There's no way a team like Falkirk can go out and sign players, and yet they're holding their own in the Premier League. You know, and that's 5 young guys who have come from their academy. If Falkirk can do it, all the provincial clubs out with Rangers and Celtic can do it.
Ian McCall tried to set up a Partick Thistle setup, and it's going to take a bit of time and money.
It does take time. I think you've got to have the commitment from the club, the supporters to help, and I think you've got to have the facilities. If Falkirk's found out, they had the tragedy at their training ground with a young boy who was killed, but they then were able to go to Stirling University where the setup is out of this world. I've been up there myself and seen it. Without the facilities, you will struggle. We don't have the best of weather, and therefore throughout the winter to try and get young kids to train in mud and rain is difficult. We need good facilities, and that's obviously where the government has to help.
I'm going to take your mind back now, Grant.
A long time ago.
A long time ago. Mark Hartley, you had him in your back pocket. You're a legend for it.
Well, people keep reminding me about that. He was one of these guys I just enjoyed playing against. I think it was the way Rangers played those days. They always seemed to play back to front, used him as a target man. Alan McCoy's playing off him. And as you know, my game was all about going attacking the ball in the air. So it suited me down to the ground every time that he was playing, and I was always up against him.
Mark Hartley in your back pocket, that's very odd to say.
Well, I don't know about being in my back pocket. I think it was 50-50. I think he gave as good as he got. The one thing I always remember, he was never a dirty player. He was hard, honest, the same way I think I would have played as well, and we always shook hands coming off the park.
Thanks for speaking to us, Grant. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.